Right, okay. Bismillah. Okay folks, welcome back to another video. We're here in my GCSE class. We're looking at clip 162, grade A Maths Watch CD work, completing the square. This is grade A work. Now, put a red box around this. This is the examination style question. So we need to express this function here, this quadratic function, in the form x minus a squared plus b. Now, in this particular form, the a and b values, this value here and that value there, when you take it out from the equation, from this expression here, will give us the coordinates of the minimum stroke maximum of the curve that we're looking at. That's the significance of that, those two values. Okay? So, x and the b. Right, let's have a look at this question now. Now, first of all, in order to, when we complete the square, you need to make sure that the number in front of the x squared is a 1. In this case, the 1 is invisible. We don't write the 1 down. Okay, Omar, there should be no number here. If there is a number there, we need to divide everything by that to get it down to 1. So the completing the square technique works when there's no the coefficient is 1i, there's no number there. Okay, that's the rule. So, I mean, as a quick example, if it was 2 there, we couldn't start complete the square until we done this first. So we done that first, and then we can start on the new answer of that, okay? So let's quickly get rid of that.
This is hard.
It's not hard. I mean, starting is hard. Subhanallah. Okay, when we complete the square, that's what we do. Right. Mr. Hamza, what do we do with the x squared? We change it into an x. The minus 6. What do we do with this minus 6 here? We halve it. That gives us
3.
minus 3.
Yes, we need.
Okay. Suleiman has joined us today for the session. He's 5 years old. Okay, so you might have some commentary right now. So x minus 3, and then you put the square there. That's how we do the first part. So the x squared, we drop the square, it becomes an x. The minus 6, the coefficient of x, we halve it, that gives you minus 3. Put all that into brackets. So that's x minus 3, all of it squared. And the next part here, I call this part my adjustment.
Yes. Because if you had 4, add 2 or 3.
Okay, plus my adjustment. Now let's see what happens now. What we need to do first of all, we need to expand this and see how close we are to the original question. So what's x minus 3 squared? Let's quickly work it on the side. X minus 3 times by x minus 3. Double brackets. X times by x is?
X squared.
X times by minus 3 is?
X squared.
Minus 3x. And minus 3 times by x is another minus 3x, which gives us a total of?
166.
And minus 3 times by minus 3 is? Plus 9. Now, if I multiply this out, what we just kind of made here, if I multiply this out, it gives me very close what we started with. Let's see what matches. So, if I feel like this x squared match x squared.
Yeah.
Okay, does the minus 6x match the minus 6x?
Yeah.
Does the plus 9 match the plus 7?
No.
Okay, watch what happens. Watch this now. Ready? Plus 9 has to be adjusted to give us 7. What do we do to a 9? How do we adjust a 9 to give us a 7?
Minus 2. 2 plus 2.
So the adjustment can be rubbed off. And if you can write down here, minus 2. There we go. And that's what completing the square is all about. We knock the square of the coefficient of the x. We halve the coefficient of x. That one. Bracket, squared. We do an adjustment part by multiplying out this bracket here. And that tells us that we got 9, but we need 7. So 9, take away 2 is? 7. Omar, are you with me there? You try the... Yeah? Now, this is the format of the template they gave you in the exam question. They said express this like this. Is that equation like that? Yes, it is. So let's match it up now. Let's match it up. X minus a plus the b. Okay, now let's have a look. What is the a value? So here's x. So these Okay, what's the A value from here from bottom?
Minus 3.
A is 3.
8.
Because it goes X take away the A value. So it's X take away the 3. So the A here is
3.
okay, Mr. Asaf, have we?
You can have got the plus.
Okay, now what is the B value? The plus B means and B and the B value. The B is what now?
Minus 2.
Lovely.
Lovely too. I think so.
So A equals 3 and B equals
Minus 2.
minus 2. Okay. Now, we know that once we get in that format, what's the significance of A and B? So let's write it down. So we have A, B,
C.
that's it, C. Okay, the little doctor has spoken. A, B, C. Okay, it's a bit harder than that, Solomon. A is 3. What's B?
Minus 2.
So these are the numbers that we got from this A and B part here. What is this is now it's called the minimum. So if I was to sketch that graph, so we worked out, Umar, by doing this, completing the square and reading of the A and the B value, we've actually worked out the minimum point of this quadratic function. That's the significance. The A is the X value and the B is the Y value of the minimum point. That's that question done. Okay, let's do another question. Has everybody got that down first? Done? Is that okay so far? Should we do one more like this? Similar style?
Yeah.
One. Okay, here's another expression. We have x squared minus 10x plus 25. This is a quadratic equation. We have to express it in the form of x minus a squared plus b, which is called completing the square. So let's go through the procedure we just done. Now, first of all, you have to make sure that there's no number here. Okay, sir? This only works technique when the coefficient is 1, i.e. there's no number there. If the number is more than 1, like 2 or 3, you must divide everything by that number first, then start the question. So we are ready to go now. So what do we do with the x squared? The x squared becomes a? X squared becomes an x. Bracket. What do we do with the minus 10? We divide it by 2.
2.
That'll give you minus 5.
Minus
Close the brackets.
5.
Put the squared back in.
X minus 5.
Squared.
Squared.
Okay, now, the next part is I'm going to call it my add or minus adjustment. What we need to do now, Hamza, is x minus 5 squared. Let's quickly work that out. So x times by x is?
X squared.
X times by minus 5 is?
Minus 5x.
And another minus 5x gives us a total of?
Minus 10.
And minus 5 times by minus 5 is?
Plus 25.
Plus 25. Okay, now, do we have any adjustment here?
No.
No. So, actually, well, we can still write something. So this 25 has to go to this 25, so our adjustment will then be
0.
plus, put the 0 in there. Put the 0 in there because you need it.
0.
Don't miss it out.
Because 2x 5.
This out. Okay. Now, let's put the template back in. So the template here is x minus a squared plus the b. Now, the minus a. So this part here must be equal to?
Minus 5.
So minus a must be equal to minus 5. So what's a equal to? This is looking at algebraically now.
A.
So if this part is equal to that part, if we're going to work out a, so we divide both sides by minus 1. So a is equal to,
What is it?
okay, what do we get here?
I think it's a bubble.
A is equal to 5. Before, when we did in the last question, we just read the 5 out, didn't we? Remember that? So the minus A is equal to minus 5, so A is equal to plus 5. What's the B value equal to? The B value is equal to plus 0. So what's the significance of the A and the B value? They give us the minimum or maximum of the curve. Now this is a quadratic equation which goes like this. How do we know it goes like that? Because the coefficient of x squared is positive. So it'll definitely be minimum. So we got a quick sketch of the graph. So we know that at A and B, so that will give you A, B is the minimum point, which is 5, 0. So if we do a little sketch here, here's 5, 0 here. So we know that the graph's going to go something like this.
Is 5 at 0,
5.
15.
5.
Oh, why? That's the same.
Okay, right. So the significance of the A and B values here, it is 5 along the x and 0 along the y. That's where the curve hits the minimum. That's what we worked out. Okay, alright, are we happy with that? Should we try some questions now, folks, for you guys to try? Let's try x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, and let's try one more. X squared minus 12x plus 25. Okay, everybody here now, please try this question.